All right, Asger, what do you got cooking for us today?
Well, I thought we should talk about whether cryptocurrencies are the new Silicon Valley.
Let's do
Even
it.
though, I know even though a lot of people got burnt in the tech bubble, it's also very clear, probably especially with Amazon passing $1 trillion market capitalization. Right now, it's very clear to people that there is a tech boom going on, and it has been going on ever since the early days of Silicon Valley. And I know for a fact that many people of various ages feel that they missed out on Silicon Valley as investors. Maybe they had a funny feeling, a gut feeling, or some butterflies flapping around in their bellies, telling them I should really get on board this train. But for various reasons, many people didn't. And I think people are starting to see the potential that in cryptocurrency, in the blockchain space, they are recognizing that now could actually be a new opportunity of the same type.
I agree with you. Let's do this. Let's keep moving forward. And you've got a statement you want to make to the audience about the entrance barriers to the crypto market.
Yeah, so let me just talk about this with a tiny little anecdote. So my my what is he? I guess he's my wife's brother-in-law. Yeah, he watched all my videos, every single video I ever did on In It for the Money, and he found it fascinating, but he but he had no idea how to actually invest in anything. He had a hard time even opening a Bitcoin position. And he's an intelligent guy. He's an entrepreneur, he's a very smart guy. But regardless of that, it became clear to me how high the entrance barrier actually is. And it's not that it's actually complicated. I think it's more a case of there not being guides available. It's not, you cannot just, you need to jump through different hoops that traditional investors, that retail investors are used to jumping through. And I think there's a market there, and of course that's the market I'm trying to enter, creating some guides, not just video content, because some people, it's like one of my friend's father said recently. He's a quite an affluent person who's looking to get into cryptocurrency investments as well. But he's like, I just need a book that I can read. That's what he needed, and I see where he's coming from. And if that's how he feels, I know for a fact that many people feel like that.
They do. And so is there a book that you want to bring out about that? Because I happen to have a service.
Right. Well, you
Yes.
will feel free to share that. I'm right now I'm working on that book, on my own book, but obviously it's not quite done yet. So
Okay. Yeah, there's a service that's on our show that's been doing that, and that's what they do. They take the novice investor and they show them how to invest in cryptocurrencies. Is there anything else that you wanted to bring out for today's brief interview with us?
well, I think it's a fascinating topic. I think, and for those of us who are already investing in cryptocurrencies, we don't realize just how alien this is to other people. And
Right.
that also goes for security. For instance, people are scared to lose their money, not just because of the volatility of the market, but because of the lack of safety. And honestly, that's a fully valid concern.
Mhm.
So there's really not just room for improvement in this space, but there's actually a need for some improvement in this space.
I believe it. Have you come across any new companies that you want to tell us about that you think have really kind of bridged or broken the barrier into new ground, whether in the crypto market or the blockchain market?
You know what? I have, and I'm not going to disclose the company name just yet, but I can say this. One of them is using a dividend payment model. And I was just talking about that in a video recently, that it is a mystery to me that we're not seeing more cryptocurrency companies that pay out dividends. Because in essence, we're not really buying anything as it stands right now.
Yeah,
So that
it's got to be converted into some other normally like Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, in order to make for somebody to be able to cash in on this. But I agree with you. I think there should be more dividends, cryptocurrencies.
Absolutely.
What
And there
let me
probably
ask you
will.
this about this. Now that got me wound up on this topic, do you think that we're going to just end up being, if it's going to have any validity to it as a cryptocurrency, it's going to have some sort of asset backing. Some people are doing it with gold. Some people are doing it, just
Right.
like a commodity asset back. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. But so it could be asset backed, but it could also be equity backed. And I guess in a sense, but you're right. And I think it's a necessity that we as a whole in this industry takes it in that direction. Because that's what I meant when I said, what are we actually purchasing when we're purchasing cryptocurrencies? For instance, I think XRP, previously known as Ripple, very great example of this, but people don't realize that the XRP tokens aren't actually used in the bank partnership ecosystems. It's not directly tied to the value of any utility or anything actually. And that makes me question that whole investment. And that's the case with many cryptocurrencies right now. We need something. It doesn't have to be an asset for from where I'm coming from, but it does have to be something, a voting right, of the lookout of a dividend payout or some sort of semi-tangible value.
I agree with you. All right, Asger, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. I want you to come back and give us some more information as we go forward. When you can disclose who these companies are, I'd be more than happy to interview them on your behalf.
I would love to, Michael.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right, you've been